I want to talk about in Revelation chapter 21 after it's all over. In verse 1, Revelation chapter 21, it says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." See, first heaven and first earth were passed away. There ain't gonna be no more sea. See, that's why it could be like living water coming out from Jerusalem. That's what it said, I think, in chapter 21 or 22. See. All right. In verse 2 it said, I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. See, it's going to be the New Jerusalem. You know, after Jesus Christ come back down from heaven to earth, will be come down with the saints. Saints will meet him in the air, and you will come down in Jerusalem with the saints. All right. Verse 3 says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God." See, that's going to be Jesus Christ. God is manifest in the flesh. That's in Jesus Christ. They are one. God and Jesus Christ, they are one. You have to understand that. The Bible tells you that. All right. In verse 4, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor dying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." See, ain't gonna be no more death, no more dying, none of that. See, former things will be all passed away. Ain't gonna be no more pain, none of that. No more dying and suffering and all that. No more sorrow. And the new heaven, the new earth comes in, and Jesus Christ come back. See. So right now we have to go through suffering, trials, and tribulation. It's like all the people will come against you. In the last day they will betray you. Like Jesus Christ talked about in Matthew chapter 24 and Luke chapter 21 and Mark chapter 13. They will betray one another, and they will come against you. See, just like they're doing now with the Republican. See how they're doing with the Republican? They come again, they put false charge on them. Just like that woman, Ford. All that's false charge. That's why she want Kavanaugh to testify first, because they know that's false. The accuser is supposed to go first, not the one that's being accused. The accuser, the one that's supposed to testify first. And she want to twist it around. They know it's false. It's just a common sense thing. And the people can't see through that. These women can't see through that. Because they are weak-minded. And they are a weaker vessel. And these men can't see through that. Anybody have common sense know better than that. The accused person that accused somebody, they're supposed to tell their story first. Use a little bit of common sense. And the other person have to defend himself. The accuser. See? But the people don't have really common sense no more. You know, Most people have mind of a 2-year-old child that can't think. You know, it's just a common sense thing. You know, but that's just how it is in this world. But as the new world order, people are doing that, brainwashing the people. Satan is running by Satan. See, Satan come to kill, steal, and destroy. The Bible tells, Jesus Christ tell you that it's his job. Come to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what he's doing now. He's destroying the family, killing, you know, and stealing, doing everything. Fraud, corruption, all that. You know. But then the people can't see what he is doing. You know, he come all different types of ways. That's he's just doing his job. You have to be aware. The Bible tells you that. You have to be aware of this device. You know, the Bible tells don't give space to the devil. See, people give place to the devil. See, tell you not to give place to the devil. See, devil tries to come kill, steal, and destroy. Like they destroyed the home. Now we don't have no home no more, no family no more. Family don't even eat together no more. Everything is destroyed. They took the women out of home and destroyed the family. Boys can't get a good girl no more. Girl can't get a good boy, a good husband no more. They destroyed it. The women want to rule over man. You know, they set all that up for many years to destroy the family. And the women can't see. They can't think. And most men can't see and can't think. Especially the women. You know, just like Satan deceived Eve in the beginning. He probably came to Adam, you know, to eat of that fruit first before. We never know, but maybe he did. But the woman fell for it. So she ate of that fruit first. That's why God said a man was going to be the head. Because God formed the man first, created the man first. And the woman ate of that fruit. They tell you that in, I think it's in Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. They said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach nor to use of authority over the men, but to be in silence. But what they do not, they use of authority over the men. They take power by force without right away from men. See, that's what they use of men. They take power by force without rights. You know, they say, oh, I got a right to do that, a right for abortion, a right to work on the job with the man. I have a right to be this and this. I have a right to be in the army. You know, God said all of the men 20 years old and up were supposed to be in the army. Our laws and stuff for mankind come from God. In verse 12 says, verse 13 said, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. See, Adam was created first, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression because she ate of the fruit first. See, that's why God wanted the man to be the head. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity, that means like love and holiness with sobriety. With sobriety. See, it's like sober. You know, you have to understand that. Understand God's word. A lot of people don't want to hear God's word. They don't want to read this. Why they be deceived? You know, Satan deceived them. But that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. You have to study God's word and read God's word and get an understanding of God's word. See, but the people don't want to hear God's word no more, so they stay deceived. You know, the New World Order people will deceive them. See, it's like Trump. Trump don't want to be in that New World Order. That's why they're coming against him. You know, all the people. That's why they're coming against the Republican. You know, they put false charge. They put use sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape against all the Republicans. That's why I like all the nomination for the Democrat go up to the Supreme Court for the getting nomination for the Supreme Court. The Republican don't put no false charges on them about sexual harassment, rape, and all that sexual assault. Only the Democrat pay attention. See, started since way back, since from Clarence Thomas, Board, all of them. They always put all kind of sexual stuff against them. They keep them out from being in the Supreme Court, because the Republican, mostly they follow God's law a little closer than the Democrat. Because the Republican always been against abortion, same-sex marriage, all that. And the Democrat, they fought it. This is why they put false charges on them about sexual harassment, rape, sexual assault, discrimination against them, to keep them out of there. Pay attention. See, that's why they did that with Clarence Thomas. They set all that up from the beginning, and they know they was going to use it again. But a lot of people can't see that. See, but that's just how they do. See, that's how the Democrats do. They cater to all the little groups. Same-sex marriage, abortion, all that. Transgender, for other nation to come over here, all that. For all that. Just to stay in power. See, to be for that New World Order. Because see, when Christ come back, you know, people from all nations going to gather together. Christ going to have people from all nations, tongue, tribes, and creed in his kingdom. But Satan try to do that right now, trying to get the jump of it. See, but the people do not understand that. But that's Satan doing his job. You know, want to like copycat and deceive people. That's why I say Antichrist, he had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. See, that's how he knowing. See, gonna make believe like he's a lamb, like he's Jesus Christ, like gonna play like he's Christ, you know. But he speak as a dragon. He be speaking even, but if you know God's word, you will know he's not Christ. See, but he gonna deceive most of all the people. He gonna call down fire from heaven. See, and to deceive people. That's why you have to know God's word. If you know God's word, you can't deceive you. It's like I say, taking your driving test, you know. Study the book, go get your driving test. The man gonna put false things before you, false questions, false answers before you. You know, you can ask you a question, but he'll put false answer and give maybe ask one question, he put 4 answers. You have to pick the right one. But only one of them is right. See, if you don't know the book, you will pick the wrong answer. He will deceive you. You know, that's why you have to study God's word so you won't get deceived. But that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But study God's word so you won't get deceived. You know, be obedient. Thank y'all, and may God bless you.